been existing before the existence of existence. When he wanted existence to exist, he created existence and told existence that I will exist and I shall continue to exist. كل شيء فاني إلا الله باقي كل لا الملك الملك تؤتي الملك من تر تولج الليل في النهار وتولج النهار في الليل وتخرج الحي من الميت وتخرج الميت من الحي وترزق من تشاء بغير حساب. Once again, you are welcome to this auspicious program, Tag Ramadan Intelligence. Yes, Ramadan has been here, but Alhamdulillah, I'm still back here again, inshallah. And you're welcome to Citizen FM 9. All right, may Allah make it easy for us, inshallah. All right. What we are going to look at today, inshallah, as I know quite all right, discussion. Yes, it's just about Ramadan in fasting. Yeah, when we talk about intelligence has to do with the IQ, IQ. Definitely IQ. And when we talk about IQ, it's about intelligent quotient, So how intelligent are you? How that word intelligence, that is to tell you that somebody is smart, That's to tell you that somebody knows what he or she is doing, when somebody is very, very intentional in what they are doing. So we're looking at Ramadan intelligence. And there are so many other things that we can, look at. Yes, what is fast? Define is going to be very not understand. To understand it, and when he talks, he said, Allah will say, if only you know. You say, is fasting. Answer that question. The meaning of fasting, then you will be so smart about it. Is fasting. Yes, you are hearing me now. What is fasting? You are fasting. Yes, I know you are fasting. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yes, you. You are fasting. What is fasting? And Ramadan. Whether the Islamic in all those little things, then they will act fasting. You will just be surprised. Fasting is the natural pleasures. From natural pleasures for a spiritual purpose, and pleasure going to be successful in the process. And that is why when you fast, it is embedded in that fasting that you will be successful, because you're 30 years of age. And 15 years of is that not so? That is if you are 15 years and today you are 30. This is your 15th fasting. Then you have to do some evaluation. Why? Because you don't even know what that fasting is, because you don't even understand that fasting is the abstain. You don't know. And you see, it's a willful. You see, for the fact that Ramadan is compulsory upon us, it is now your choice to say you want to fast. It's a willful abstaining. And you see, Ramadan is not when you miss food. When you miss food, it's not the same thing as Ramadan. You can see sometimes when you wake up and maybe you are so busy and you couldn't do some things, you must intend your intention that you want to enter into fasting. You must clarify your mind, because the mind is everything. So tell your mind that I want to fast. You want to fast. What is that fasting? You want of natural pleasures. Let me tell you a few. One of the natural pleasure is food. One of the natural pleasure is someone that claimed that she has not eaten food for the past 16 years. La ilaha illallah. Yeah, she's from Ethiopia. Her name is Muluwok. You can Google her. She has not eaten. And medical practitioners, they went to Ethiopia doubting. You read. Anything that Allah wishes, He does. There's possibility. But nobody has tried to believe her till tomorrow. She's not the only one. There are some people, someone too in India that say he has not eaten. But Allah knows best. But as food, then that's why we say it is not only food. And you see why you abstain from food, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Sometimes places, they let us understand that when you eat, it takes 6 hours, for the food to digest, for the brain to digest the food now. When the brain is busy digesting the food, you are equally using the brain to do other things. Like, you will be well focused because that food part of it doesn't have to work in digesting that food. People that write, and when you eat and go write exam, you have not experienced that before. Try it, you'll be surprised. So abstinence from food, you see, it gives us that natural as sleep is. Everybody want to sleep. And that is why it is not advisable for you, and you're not sleeping all day during Ramadan. You see, you cannot compare that him or her. It is not that expedient, it's not that good all the way. Because we want you to engage, in some righteous deed. There are a lot of things that is natural inside you that the body wants, but you want to abstain from all those things. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Greediness. Greediness is natural in everybody. But during Ramadan, you mustn't be greedy. You mustn't be greedy. For spiritual purpose and success. So if you are fasting and you are not increasing spiritually, and you are not succeeding, there is no success, you are not achieving success in your life, then you must re-examine your Ramadan, or you must re-examine your fasting. So from that definition, which says again that fasting is a willful, which is a choice from what? Natural pleasure. For what? The reason? Spiritual purpose and success. And that is why Allah told us in the Quran about fasting. If you are fasting and you did not research, you did not read, you did not understand that intelligence, you cannot be fasting and don't have all the paraphernalia of office of fasting. You cannot be fasting and not know that, the month of Ramadan fall in this month. Okay, this is the definition of fasting. Okay, this is where Allah told us to fast in the Quran. The fasting of Ramadan. This is where Allah said we should fast. You should know it. And when you know it, you now research it and read it yourself. The most recited surah or ayah this month is that ayah. When anybody talk, out of 10 that will talk about Ramadan, 8 will mention this ayah. And is translated in so many languages. Tell me your language and tell me that Islam or the Quran has not been translated into your language. But let's bring it to the 3 major languages that we have in Nigeria. We have the Quran translated to Igbo. We have the Quran translated into Hausa. We have the Quran translated into Yoruba. So tell me which one is it? And that is why Allah always asks us this question. When Allah asked in Surah, when he was asking, he asked 31 times, which of my favor do you want to deny? Do you want to say, the languages it has been translated into? Why not look at Quran chapter 2, ayah 183? Quran chapter 2, Allah talk about fast and think. Read that ayah and and regurgitate. Read that ayah and do what? And recapitulate. Than when and you just open the Quran like this, you start getting reward. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. This is how powerful Ramadan is. You don't know how powerful Ramadan is? Okay. Next week, inshallah, will come and tell us the power of Ramadan, the power of the month of Ramadan, inshallah. Rahim. La'alakum ta'atakun. La ilaha illallah. Kutiba alaykumus siyam. Allah said, I have made fasting compulsory upon you to fast. Kaman kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum. As has made it compulsory for people before you, us fasted. Who are those people that fasted? Which are in the Quran? That is the Prophet of Allah, 1,000 prophets. Ever heard that before? Ramadan intelligence, hold that. And out of 125,000 prophets, of them are mentioned in the Quran. The Quran. While you are doing that, you are getting reward of the month of Ramadan. That success must come because you are working. It is not just a spiritual what growth, spiritual purpose. And are those prophets of Allah that we are mentioned in the Quran. And 5 of them also have that hierarchy. The first 5. La ilaha illallah. They call them ulul prophet of Allah. That is to know, trying to understand when you are doing spiritually. As why, where, when, and what. Let's look at Prophet Adam. Did he fast or not? How did he fast? Why did he fast? For what did he fast? What was the forgiveness? You know, when he asked for forgiveness, he fasted for 30 days. He fasted for 30 days. What result? If you are not, what result? If you are not, you are